Hi, I'm Mitch Weiss from Orlando, Florida. The airplane is one of Bob Violet's new Bobcats. This is the XL version, which is the stretch version. A little bigger fuselage and a little larger engine. It's got an AMT Mercury on it, putting out 17 pounds of thrust. I flew it yesterday for the first time, and I got to tell you, it's one of the most fun turbines that I've ever flown. It's got a lot of wing area, flies very docile, flies very slow, but when you put the power to it, it goes kind of like a bandit. So I'm really looking forward to having a lot of good times with this airplane. You have to have it slow. Now you talk about slow, right? Hi, I'm Mitch Weiss from Orlando, Florida, and just trying to calm down here from the maiden flight of my new L1011. This model is a PCM L1011. Just like I said, just put the maiden flight on it today. It's powered by a AMT Mercury engine, and it seems to fly very well, very docile, and I'm very pleased with it. Used JR 10X radio and Robart landing gear. Everything worked fine. The paint job is British Caledonian, which is a charter service that's owned by British Airways.
Hey, timer. Got gear. Long way. That's not a good one.
I hope you enjoyed the video. You're going to see some exciting airplanes, and you're going to see some great close-up detail shots. So pay attention.
I'm here with Mitch Weiss. I'm Scott Stauffer with SKS Video and Prop Wash Video Productions, this year's Top Gun. Mitch, this is a very nice F-100. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Thank you. This is a Vietnam camo F-100 during the Vietnam era. The kit is from Bob Violet Models. It's all fiberglass and composite. It's got an AMT USA AT280 SP engine, turbine engine that turns about 32 pounds of thrust. Canopy operates, the leading edge slats operate, flaps operate, speed brake operates. It has a retractable tail hook, a skid back there, has a tail hook underneath.
How much does it weigh?
It weighs 34 pounds dry, carries about 8 pounds of fuel.
About how many flights do you have on it?
This has 9 flights on it.
9
now.
flights.
9 flights on it, yes.
Very good.
And 3 more to go this weekend.
All right, well, thank you very much, Mitch, and good luck.
Take care.
There were 4 of these Husky F-100 jets at Top Gun this year. 1 an expert, 1 a designer, and 2 in the team class. Mitch Weiss had the only one done in a Vietnam War scheme. This is the 2nd Top Gun that he flew in, and he finished in 5th place. Kind of a great looking airplane in the air, isn't it? All of these F-100s look fabulous, but watch this landing by Mitch. This was his very first landing, and he almost nails the center line. He's got Bob Violet calling for him. What a great taxi back. Good job, Mitch. Great job.
Well, hi guys, how are you? How's everybody? Hope you can hear me. And the stream is smooth, unlike it does sometimes. And welcome, welcome. Good to see y'all. Welcome to the FPV Workshop. And tonight we're going to talk, as soon as some of the guests come in, I think we're going to get Art set up on his Velocidrone, maybe do a little fly-in. Hopefully Mel will come in. Wow, just started, I got a frog in my throat. Professional show business, folks. And a couple of things I wanted to talk about tonight, a couple of new things. There is now a Betaflight configurator app by Betaflight. Now there has been one by SpeedyBee, but there is now one by Betaflight, which you can put on your cell phone if it's an Android phone. They don't have the Apple one out yet, and that'll let you plug your drone in at the field with a USB cable directly to your quad, launch the Betaflight app, and basically configure virtually anything that you can configure on your computer. So I think that is something worth seeing. It's brand new. It just came out, and I'll show you where to get it, how to download it, and install it on the phone. Another thing I want to talk about is this new little battery charger that I have over here. And let me show it to you. It's from Toolkit RC, and it's I've been using it now for a couple of weeks, and it is terrific. It's portable, it's small, yet it'll charge 6S 5,000 milliamps, 2 of them at a time with the best of them. So we're going to kind of go over that, show you how that works sometime this evening, and I think that that's something worth looking into. Before I bring in my first guest in the oh, they're piling in the green room. Well, okay, guys, there's donuts, and just don't show up in my stream with powdered sugar all over your face, because people will get the wrong idea. Okay. So let's see. We had a very active pre-show between Jody and myself in the chat, and Jody likes to kind of hang out as soon as I post my video sometime in the afternoon. So welcome to you, Jody. Agent K is here. Thanks for coming in. Jaybird, Joe, how are you doing, my friend? Thanks for coming. Michael Blade is here. Chris Hope, how are you, my friend? Live from the House of Hope. Michigan Adventures is here. Good to see you. Adrian, how you doing, buddy? Michael McReynolds, and let's see who came in later. Night Train, Mike, how you doing? How you doing? We had a nice little adventure this afternoon. Ed from Love My Drones had a live stream. I don't know if he's still doing it, but I left after almost 3 hours, and we were all flying live, flying our FPV drones live from all over the world, which was really neat. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that we can do more of that kind of thing, because it really is a lot of fun. Art Carlson's here. How you doing, buddy? Art Code Drone Solutions. Drone Days. Drone Days was one of the fellas that participated in our little live fly this afternoon. Did a really great job. It was a lot of fun. Arizona, AZ Drone Dude is here. Good to see you. And let's see, I think I'm down to the bottom here. Paulie, Drone Bum. Very good. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Night Train, Drone Days, and Michigan Adventures. And that about takes care of everybody there. So without further ado, let me bring in my first guest. My second guest is getting ahead of himself, because he was really the first. He wasn't the first guest. So I will, God, hope it doesn't go like this all night. Let's welcome Adrian Mateo.
How you doing, Mitch?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and you?
Hear you, man. Oh, there you go. Good.
Can you hear me now?
I'm doing good. You know, all my guests. Yeah, I can hear you, but every time I bring in my first guest of the evening, their audio lags terribly. Although it doesn't lag on the stream. It happens to me every time I bring Art in, if he's the first one here. Okay. So say something. Let's see if it caught up.
How you doing, everybody? Hope everybody having a good day.
Now, why don't you do me a favor, Adrian? Jump out and jump back in again, if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
Okay. And while we're waiting, we'll bring Art back. Art in. Hi, Art. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay, your audio is fine, and I don't know why that happens to me every time I bring in the first guest, but it is what it is, I guess. So let's bring Adrian back and see if his audio is not delayed for me now. Okay.
Mr. Deplorable, how you doing, Art?
I'm doing good. Good to see you, Adrian.
Perfect
Mitch,
now.
how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, my friend. Doing really good. Spent a lot. Seems like I spent a lot of time sitting in front of this computer today.
I know.
And I got a question for you, Mitch. That video that I just seen on your little intro before, when last week started. Was that you flying that beautiful jet fighter?
Yeah, that was me. That I've shown that before, but every once in a while I just have a hankering to watch that again. So I figure, you know what, we'll do something different this time, and I'll just throw that video. That happens to be from 3 different jet events. And
Okay.
when we went to these jet events, there was always a professional videographer there who made, way back, VHS tapes and then later DVDs of the events, so that those of us that were there could buy them and have a record. And I ended up buying them, but they're all on VHS tape. So I decided one day, I have one of these little capture devices, to just go in, pick my own stuff out of 3 of them, edit them up together. The resolution is terrible because it's all just VHS tape, 640.
Okay.
But at least I get a chance to go back memory lane a little bit once in a while and check out some of the stuff that I used to fly. And the guys usually enjoy watching it, so I'm happy to show it to you guys. Welcome, Ed. Love my drones. I guess you finally finished your live stream, man. That was a lot of fun. We had an awful lot of fun on that. And who else just came in? Carlos, back from the sky. How you doing, Carlos? Good to see you. Carlos was there too. Pardon me?
Michael Blade is also here.
Michael Blade. I think Michael Blade is not blue.
Yeah.
How can that be? We can fix that here. And now, Michael, you're one of the gang.
Blade.
So try it again, and we'll see what happens. So, Art,
Yes.
you want to be blue? You're blue, Michael. There you go. Art, are you ready to try to fly Velocidrone tonight? Okay.
All right. Let me get her tried.
So we can start out with that and give it a try, and hopefully, since the time we actually fixed the driver problem, Windows hasn't had another update and screwed it up again for us. But this will be interesting to see how this works. And oh, there you go. At the same time, I will get my transmitter.
How you doing, Bob from the sky?
Welcome to OpenTX.
And I gotta set my model up here to the simulator. Okay, and you know, I'm going to try this now because every time, Art. Yes, what?
Not gonna believe it.
What?
Battery's dead.
Oh no.
How do you know the battery's dead?
Turn it on and it's not. I guess I hadn't charged up the battery in quite a while. Now it's not turning on.
Is there a way I can reach through this thing and just strangle you?
Yeah. I was looking forward to doing this. I thought, oh yeah, and I flew this thing yesterday, and I turned it off after I was done.
Yeah, and it won't come on. You're pushing the button and holding it down, and nothing's happening.
Let me try it again.
Have you got a battery charger?
Yeah. Do I need to take the battery out to charge it?
Well, if you have one of these that you have to put the individual cells in. You mean you've never charged the batteries yet?
No, I charged it before I even put it in here. But I do have. This came with one of these.
Oh, let me see that. I can't see what that is that you've got there. Oh, does that plug into something that plugs into the wall? That's right. You've got a QX7 there. That has built-in charging. Did you get one of those little bricks with it? Those little charging bricks?
Yep.
Okay, well that's what you do. You plug that charging brick in to the wall. Plug that wire into the thing. I think it's on the bottom.
Right. I see it.
Bottom.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Right. It's not a USB. It's
No.
oh, okay. Yeah, you got it. I see it. Yeah, plug that into the brick, plug that into the wall, and let it sit and charge, and we'll get after
Okay.
I would say probably a half an hour or so, you'll be ready to go.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. We have Mars FPV drones. Good day, Mars, all the way from down under. And
Crikey.
for you, Mars, there you go. Anybody else come in? Did I miss anybody else?
I think that's
Oh,
about
Mel
it.
is here. Hey, how you
Yeah,
doing, Mel? Mine's ready. Mel's is ready. Well, come on in, Mel. Come on in. I sent you a link. Come on into the chat and join the party. I want to talk to you about your airplane. Okay, so anyway, what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to try to make sure that I can still get into Velocidrone. So let me launch Velocidrone over here.
While you're doing that, Mitch, Timeless Truth, aka Michael, just came in.
Oh, okay. How you doing there, Michael? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. No link in the email. I sent you the same email that I sent these guys, Mel. So let me go ahead. There was 2 links in the email. One for the show itself, and the one after that was for the StreamYard. So let me. If you hang on one second, let me get into my email here for you, and send you.
On the email you send me, Mitch, I got everything. I got the link. I got everything.
Yeah, I put it together a different email this time. Put both of the links in there, but I can certainly send Mel this link real quick so that he doesn't have to go hunting for it. And there you go. Okay.
And while you're doing that, Mitch, I want to say welcome to John Spizzo. He just came in.
Oh, hi, John. How are you? Good. I appreciate you keeping up with the chat for me because I'm,
Yes, sir.
as usual, busy as a one-armed paper hanger here.
Yep. And now we have to wait for Mr. Art to go ahead and get his act together because he want to come and do this without remote. That's dead. How
I
dare
tell
you,
you, man.
Art?
You know, obviously Art was never a Boy Scout because if you remember, be prepared. And here he is.
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Mel, 400 AGL.
Hello.
Mel, your airplane looks terrific, man.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you.
It really. I was shocked. I like the lower dihedral. I really do.
So were you able to see the difference in those 2 images?
Oh,
on the
God,
screen?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got about half of the dihedral that it had.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you. Did you when you glued the wings together? You got them pretty strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't need struts on it. They won't make a bit of difference. All they'll actually do is, if you have a real hard landing, is they'll just poke right through the wing and destroy everything.
Yep.
You're better off without them. I say that out of personal experience of flying airplanes that have had struts on them, scale airplanes, and having had damage done by the stupid struts that were there just for cosmetic reasons.
Oh well, these would actually be structural though.
Yeah, but the problem is if you hit bounce real
that
hard, those wings
that
will
becomes
come
the
down,
problem then is the
and
structure.
the struts go right up through the wings. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I asked the question in the chat, and everybody thought I was joking when I asked you if the wings were held on by rubber bands, and I think
they are.
are.
They are. I've got to
Everybody
get the
thought-
rubber bands. You know,
there's a special hobby.
Would you believe Hobbytown doesn't carry them?
Well, there aren't too many people that actually rubber band wings on airplanes.
That's what he
anymore.
said. Nobody does it that way anymore.
No, but they have these gummies that are specially made, and the reason they were specially made, you don't need to worry about this, but if you remember, they were fuel resistant.
Yep.
They didn't get all sticky and gooey when the alcohol fuel hit them. So.
Yep.
And have you done rubber bands on your wings before?
Mm-hmm.
You know the pattern.
Yeah.
Cross, straight,
Yeah.
with the last 2 being crossed, which actually hold the other rubber bands onto the dowels.
Right.
And you can't have too many rubber bands. But what you can do is you can get a little cheapy video camera, what we were talking about, and make a little mount, set it on top of the wings, and then just have the rubber bands go across that mountain, that'll hold the camera right on the top of the wing.
I could do that too, couldn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's real easy. And
Well,
it's
see,
not a
I've got
perfect-
these. Oh, they're in the other room, on the workbench. But I've got these cheapy little Ekin action cameras.
Yeah,
They do a great job. They shoot great video, and I'm seriously thinking about just taking a spade bit and cutting a round hole, just the size of the lens, and then I'll put the camera inside the fuselage with just the lens sticking out through the side.
yeah, you'll get
on
a
each
sideways
wing.
shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you could take one of them and stick it inside, set the other one up on top to shoot forward.
Well, I need a total of 3 because I want the forward view, but I want both wing views too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you
Why
start,
not back too?
if you start Velocidrone in a multiplayer, you should be able to invite people.
Okay, well, what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to plug in my controller
And I'm going to move
and
this
go into
Yeah,
to
joystick,
the other monitor.
and I want to see if indeed. Let me start it in a single. Well, let me see if I actually have a controller. Yes, I do. Okay, so Windows has not screwed that up again. Okay, so if I started in multiplayer, which
Yeah,
let me
so you-
let me go over there, Mel, so you can see what I'm doing.
You just
Because
open the program, click play, and then
You
go
are
to
the
multiplayer.
teacher. You're the teacher, and I am the student. So
Yeah, right.
let me go over here to this and make it a little bigger. So here we are in Velocidrone,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I
I've
wanna
been there.
Select my model. Do I have to select a different model? Yeah, this one says rooster, and I want little bastard. So, whoops, it got small here. Let me make it big. Where is the little bastard? That's the model I want. Okay. All right, here we go. What do I have to do here?
You're going to do the docks, right? Well, you have to get to where you start, where you do a single player or multiplayer.
I've already been there.
Did you
But it
select
says
multiplayer?
Yeah, I did, right here, but I haven't logged
Yeah.
in anywhere or anything.
I think once you're in there, there's a place where you invite other people or something, I think.
Okay, well, what
How did I do
was
it? Because I invited you in once and you
I
joined.
know you did. I selected my model. Now it comes up here. Hosting session is US.
Yeah.
View sessions, I'm not interested in. Okay. So, join session. Is that what I have to do? It says Europe, session 1. Oh, host session. There we go. Now we're
Yeah,
cooking.
you want to host a session.
I want to host a session. Okay, want to select the
Did
scenery.
it say Europe or America?
Said America, I think. Now it's it's loading the thing. So let's see.
And what is the name of it? Because I'm not seeing it.
It's an old guy in a drone joined the session. It says.
No, that just letting you know that you joined.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I clicked the button that said host the session. So let me go back out of this again and go back to. Keeps getting small on me, but I'll make it big when we get there. Let's go back to multiplayer.
Make sure you do
Select
America.
the model. Select the
Yeah.
model. US. But it says up here, hidden session, session 1, hidden session, host session. So I clicked on host the session,
Right?
and there's my select the scenery. Then it loads it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm in, and it says ready to race. What does this mean here? No, that's okay. So what I've got is I've got a session, and I've even got a little chat window.
Ah.
But
Okay.
I don't see, you don't see a session up there, do you? Because I made this one US.
Not called.
Was
No,
it called session 1?
I only see one session listed, and it's not yours.
What's the name of it?
Koki
Oh,
Talahi Countryside, and you're not at Countryside. You're at the docks or whatever it is.
yeah. Well, it says that I joined the session, so there must be a session somewhere.
Join room failed. Session does not exist. Server
Hide
region
players.
America. Yeah, I'm not finding.
Well, I'll leave the session again. Why don't you try to start a session, Mel, and see if I can find yours?
Okay. Host session. HD cargo. Arming manual. Select that scenery.
Mars asks if we can send an invite like in DRL. Hi, Jaybird. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Says a great show, Mitch. $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend.
Hey, while you doing that, I do want to announce Ray Kelly came in and Joey P51 also joined in.
Oh, okay. How you doing, guys? Ray, how you doing? And Yowie P51. How are
Yes,
you,
sir.
my friend? Good to see you. So what do you think, Mel? What am I doing wrong here?
Well, I don't know. I ended up with the same thing you did.
Maybe I just need to read directions and we'll try this
Yeah, there you
multiplayer
go.
thing. I see something that says session 1 and I got US checked. It says host session 1. Let me name it Mitch, okay? I'll name this session Mitch. And is a host session button. So let me click that. Now I'm over here in the select scenery page again. So we'll select the scenery. Maybe I had to name it something other than session 1 for it to
There
work.
you go.
Well, it says I'm in there. You see anything, Mel?
The only session that I see is the PRX name. Same thing. Under join session. You don't have it hidden, do you?
No, I didn't check the hidden box.
And you're sure
Can
it's set up in America?
Yep.
Yep.
Can you hear the motor of mine?
Yeah, you hear that?
No,
You don't hear the motor?
no.
No. No, but
Okay.
we do hear some beeping. Unless Adrian didn't replace the batteries on a smoke detector.
Okay, I know. Sorry.
Well, here's the guy who's going to have all the answers.
Oh,
Just
my
join
God.
into the stream here.
Mitch, why did you bring that guy in, Mitch? What did you do?
Because he was nice to me. He was nice to me today, so I have to be nice to him. But what I'm wondering is why am I not getting the audio from
Okay,
this?
Mitch, while you do that, I do want to announce Rick Halpern is in.
I hear your drone now.
Oh,
You're
okay.
doing the audio thing.
There we go.
Oh, I thought it was a cat.
No, that's my drone. Well, I'll tell you what, Mel. If you think I don't know what you did the last time, but
Yeah.
You need to turn the volume down on your drone motor a little.
okay, I can do that.
They're most likely overpowering the cat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it, but I'm going to crash the drone first.
Look. Yeah, I would.
I am going to crash the drone first. Okay, I need to turn the volume down. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, because when you throttled hard, it was really loud.
Is that better now?
That's much better.
Now I
Yeah.
can't even hear it.
I heard it.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Is that too loud or is that all right now?
Sounds pretty good to me.
To me, that's good.
Okay, I'll take it down just a little bit. Yeah. See, I've flown so high that I'm out of the actually out of the. There we go.
You better be careful for the FA come after you.
Yeah. Okay, so Mel, you trying to figure this out?
Yep. Just play with it for a minute. I'm
Okay.
working on.
There you go. There you go.
See, none of my drones will fly like that.
That's why it's a simulator.
Well, that's a good point, but
No, this flies a lot like a real drone. It's just it's floaty. It's very floaty. You can adjust all that stuff, how it floats. But this thing is really floating quite a bit.
Now, Mitch, does this simulator come with a remote too, like a software?
No, the remote is my regular radio, Adrian. I'm using the jumper, and the
Okay.
software Velocidrone is like $20. Yes, Mel.
Take me to the green room or something for a minute. Will I still hear your audio and everybody talking if I'm in the green room?
yes, you will.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll still hear all that. You want me to take you out of the stream?
Yeah, because I can't listen to that and this at the same time.
Okay, you got it. Okay, Mel. Mel is gone, and I'm flying up into the skies here. And I just lost my remote controller for some reason.
Now, Mitch, we have Rick Halberg and we have Just Miss Hop on the chat.
Oh, okay. How you doing? I don't know what happened, but my remote control. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I clicked off of it is what happened, and you have to actually have the mouse clicked on it as an active window, or you don't have the control. So, Rick, how you doing, my friend? Are you ready to try to get Velocidrone working? Unfortunately, we can't seem to get the multiplayer thing going here. I'm just flying around these trees while we're waiting for Mel to see if he can figure it out. I know we did it once before.
Oh, you must be out of range. It's starting to blink.
No, I don't know why that's something else. That's not me. I'm not seeing that on my. I'm just running this computer real hard with all this crap running between the OBS and streaming and everything else. So that's why it's blinking. But I'm not seeing the blinking on my screen here.
Well, now it cleared up. Maybe it's acting like that to simulate that you're getting close outside the range.
Well, actually, Art, I'm not seeing that though on the screen I'm looking at. It's just the version of it that's being transferred to OBS is where the blinkings happen. So I can tell by the way my
Still has that platypus bill on his hat.
Ed, you ever do the simulator?
After a couple Windows updates, my radio quit working with my simulator. And
we got the fix. We have the fix for that.
Yeah.
We have the fix for that. You have to just go in and restore the old driver. And
I
there's a
tried to do the go back thing, and there's no go
no. That's
back.
not what you. No, that's not how you do it. Art, do you still have the link to that video I sent you
I probably do.
in your email? Send it. Send it. Put it in. Put it in the
Yeah.
chat if you would. This is Ed. This is a link to some guy's YouTube video that made it very simple to go in there. It takes a couple of mouse clicks and you're back in business. And I'm not thinking while I'm talking, and I'm flying into walls.
Yeah, that's hard to do. It's
I
hard
can't
to
fly
do.
and talk at the same time, you know.
See, I'm glad this is a simulator, Mitch, or you'd be more upset if that was your real drone.
Well, if it was my real drone, I'd be a little, you know, I'd have more stress. The simulator, you can do anything with the simulator. You know, you can have all kinds of
Yeah,
ridiculous
Mars, he's
fun.
flying like Miss Daisy, isn't he?
Well, what do you want me to do, guys? All right,
I'm just
hold
saying,
on,
you know, I
hold
got-
on, hold on.
Mars brought it up. I just had to.
Yeah, well, I get no respect
enhance
from
on it.
any of you guys.
Well, because again, like you said, Mitch, you were talking and flying at the same time. It's hard to get radical when you're concentrating on like 4 different things at the same time.
Yep.
Holy
Like
cow.
that.
You must have destroyed it because it restarted again.
What's that?
Oh, there
You
we go.
destroyed that drone because it restarted again.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the simulator is you get your drone back every time with no repairs necessary.
Exactly.
Unlike Ed, who likes to crash into everything. Mr. Roll Tide.
I do run into a lot of stuff, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Tried to go down through that hole and ended up banging into the ceiling, banging into the roof.
All right. Just
There we go.
hop. Chris has a request. He wants you to do an inverted yaw spin right over the crane.
Right over the crane. How was
And
that?
dive on down to the bottom. Yeah, looks good. Good.
Sweet.
There you go, Ed. I just put the link to the pic.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Art. I see it, and I'm gonna cue that up.
Okay. Yeah, it's real easy. Just go to Device Manager, and then you go to, oh God, well, he'll explain there, and it's really pretty simple to fix.
This building over here. This is a great scene. There's so much stuff to fly around in this particular scene. But this is really cool because you can go in this door here, and then you can and then you can go up. See? Oh shit! I hit something.
Well,
Hey, Bill Thomas. Welcome.
Oh,
to
coast to coast. How you doing, Bill? Good to see you. I need to be paying attention. I wonder if Mel's ready to come back yet or not.
Who knows?
Oh, Carlos is here. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
It's-
Mel kind of dropped out completely, so he must be trying to fix it. He'll come back in if he gets it working. At any rate, let's Art, while your battery's charging, let's get off of this simulator stuff. Give my
Okay.
computer a little breathing room here. Let it cool down a little bit, and turn off my radio.
Hi, what's that?
And we'll come back, and even if we don't do the multi-player version, we'll still see if we can't get you flying on your simulator, Art.
There you go.
So let me check. The chat. Ludsat is here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, we're up to almost 20 people. Chris, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. You know, we got a lot of competition tonight in the live stream world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russ from, I hate to say this because I don't want you guys to go away. But Russ from 51 Drones is celebrating 100,000 subs.
Oh, hey, great.
And that's really something. Yeah, he does a good job. He does a good
Yep.
job. Mostly, he does reviews, but he does a good job, and he has a popular channel. And of course, he picked 8 o'clock tonight for his live stream. And of course, Stu over there in Australia.
Nobody's watching him.
He's also live streaming 24/7. It seems.
UAV futures.
Yeah, UAV futures. And
Well, we're here now, so let's do.
you're
this.
here now. Not only are you here now,
We are here.
but he's here too.
How are you, Carlo?
All right, I'm out of here. There goes the.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right, guys.
Dan, you look tired.
See, we'll see,
How you doing, Dan?
we'll see y'all later, guys. Okay, boy, that was a great show, wasn't it? I'm telling you, man. we had a really good time tonight, and
What's the matter, Dan? Too much last night?
No, man. This is nap time normally. I just got done editing some FPV footage, so I'm getting ready to put that up. But I noticed Mitch is live and sent me the link, so I can't be a bad, guest and not show.
well, I appreciate that. I what it is I have a list, and there's no obligation. And if everybody who I mail them to showed up, I wouldn't know what the hell to do. So, but it's good
True.
to see you, Dan. Good to
Well,
see you.
thank you.
I saw you in the chat room at Ed's Little Fly Fest today.
That was fun.
Boy, that Aggie really does a hell of a job, doesn't she?
Had 7 pilots today. That was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and more people are buying these little
Sky
FPV receivers, the
you got one.
Sky Droids,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and jumping in on this. And we're still, Dan, what do you think about? We've been trying to figure out how to do this from the cell phones, and now that StreamYards, I haven't tried it yet. StreamYards has allows you to stream from your mobile now. It's brand new.
Okay. Well, I haven't checked that out yet, so that'll definitely be something. Yeah. Do they allow you to screen share through it as well?
Well, that would be the key. If you can, the regular StreamYards app allows you to screen share. So,
Right.
I just haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I keep thinking about it, and then something else comes up, so I don't do it. But that would, if that does work, and once you establish your live stream, you can actually share your screen. Then you could run your. Well, that's another thing to see if your phone can actually run the SkyDroid app, and with the StreamYards actually running in the background, like
Right.
you were
There's
doing.
there's a lot going on there. That and it's all third party again at that point. So
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to really go out there and play with that app any further to see if I don't start it with the pixelation or the distortion active, if that makes any difference. I have a feeling it does, but like I said, it's way too hot, man. It's ridiculously hot right now to go outside. So
It is, and we got
I just went out there 25 minutes and I'm dying already. So
we got that Sahara sand
yeah.
in the air, and all you see is a hazy white sky. It's ugly,
Yeah.
ugly looking sky. I was going to go out flying this morning, took a look at the sky, and I just I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
How you feeling, buddy?
Hopefully better than he looks.
Dan, how you feeling?
Oh yeah. Well, I got my good days. I got my bad ones, man. Yeah. Today I didn't really do much.
He just looks
well,
tired.
I cooked a steak and
That's what you do.
I cooked a steak and then I went out and flew and I made a vlog and it was fun. That was my day. That was what I did.
Cool.
Oh, and then I selected music for 2 hours. You guys know me and my music. It's got to be a foot tapper or keep you
You mean-
involved somehow.
What was that guy?
You use music other than from Back to the Future?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm pulling your leg.
What's the name of that guy, Dan? Something Cassidy, right? That song that I like.
Cassidy.
What's the name of that one song? Remember that I kept
Oh yeah. Tyler Cassidy.
Tyler Cassidy, right? Yeah.
Tyler Cassidy. Yeah. God, I can't think of his name. He's got a Froggy Fresh was his original name. Or no, it was Krispy Kreme was his original rapper name, and then he went to Froggy Fresh, and now he's Tyler Cassidy.
Yeah, interesting lyrics.
He's definitely an amusing character for sure.
Ludsat just bought a little Cinewhoop. Said he told him he'd cancel if they didn't ship it for free, and they shipped it for free. That's a good move. Good move. That's supposed to be a nice little drone, that Cinego. But
Yo, Mihop, I meant to get back to you about those props, dude. You asked me on Facebook. I gotta remind myself to check them out, but I think no, these are not it. I thought these were the ones. I gotta find those props, dude. I got a set of them that I wanted to tell you about. Those Gen Fam props for the 3-inch. Those are the ones I'm flying on right now, and I don't know, man. They're hard to control. I don't know if they're just moving air differently, or I don't know. I don't think they're freestyle props in the slightest. I don't know what they are. I'm not happy with them, so I'm probably gonna go back to what I was on.
Yeah.
all right, guys, let me take some time right now and try to get to some of that stuff that I said I wanted to show you. And what I want to show you is the it won't take long. It's pretty simple, but the new app for Android that allows you to get your plane into beta flight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. You go on your cell phone.
Talking about Speedy Bee?
No, there's Beta Flight has put out their own version of it. The Beta Flight.
Really?
Games. Yeah, and it's outrageous. So let me get over here to my screen here, and I have a drone here and a cell phone, and
I assume you're using a creation cable to do this, then.
You could. I'm going to show you the options that you have for the cables. My phone has USB-C,
Right.
so you either have to have a cable, which I bought a while ago just for the purpose of connecting my cell phone to my drone to use the Speedy Bee app, and it has a USB, micro USB, and a USB-C, and it's a long cable. But if you have a USB-C phone, you usually get these what they call OTG adapters, on-the-go adapters, that go from a USB-C or micro USB to the regular USB-A, the big adapter. Then you just take a standard micro USB cable, plug it into the OTG adapter, plug that into your cell phone, and you're flying. So we take and we plug the OTG adapter into that. We plug that into the cell phone, micro USB port. We take that and plug it into the quad. It will light up. It will light up the lights in the quad. And this app is installed on my phone, so it automatically loads it. And let me go over here and zoom in on the cell phone a little bit so you can see.
I better run your battery down quick.
It would, but you can also hook a battery up to the drone.
Mitch, quick question.
Okay.
By Mel, what's your name in Velocidrone?
Old guy and a drone.
Yeah, all right, that's it. No more interruptions. Go for it.
Okay. At any rate, for some reason when you
joined, by the way.
Who did?
Chris Hope.
Oh yeah, Chris had been here a little earlier. How you doing, Chris? At any rate, it gives you this thing that says that the go to release website, because this is updated. This is a release candidate of this thing, so you just close that. And then up here, you get, let me move the drone out of the way. Don't need to be looking at that.
Right.
Up here, can you see this okay? You have 3 dots, and that opens up your connection thing. And if you hit connect,
We don't really see the top of the screen, just for the record. Perfect.
There we go.
Let me zoom. Let me just zoom out just a tiny little bit. There you go. Okay. So once I connected, I have the same. There's a little drone that moves around.
Right.
And all the stuff that's on the first page, including the little gauges at the bottom. If I hit the the hamburger up here, I have a menu that opens up that gives me every one of the pages. Ports tabs, there's your ports tabs. You have configuration, all the configuration settings are there.
You even have
And right on down, fail-safe PID tuning. You can adjust your PIDs here. Has all the PID tunings, the sliders, filters, rates, your receiver tab, your modes, so you can change how your modes work. What did I just do? I just screwed myself up here. I'm not going to save it, so if I don't save it, it won't change anything. GPS, OS, even your OSD, you can move the stuff around on the little screen and set up anything that you can set up in your computer version of Betaflight. I probably ought to disconnect the drone. It disconnected when I closed it. Okay. But there it is. And that's the entire Betaflight configurator on your cell phone. So if you're out in the field, you want to adjust your rates a little bit, you want to change mode settings or anything like that, it's all right there. Unless you can put a battery on your drone too, so that'll power up your GPS and maybe your receiver if it's not powered by the USB, and adjust virtually anything. But like anything else, if you are going to power it up with props on and work on it, it's a good idea to take the props off. I say that so you don't sue me when you get your arm cut off.
So I'm confused. It looks almost identical to Speedy Bee.
Well, Speedy Bee was designed to look identical to Betaflight.
Well,
in the first place,
it is Betaflight.
So I don't know what the difference is. All I know is that this is not from a third party. It is from the Betaflight devs. And what you do to find it, it's very simple. You just go into Google search on your phone. You type in Betaflight configurator. Okay, I already have it from the last time I searched. It'll take you to the GitHub page, and right up top it says releases Betaflight configurator. You hit that, and that takes you to the latest 10.7. You scroll down past the release notes until you find the place where it says assets. Right here. That would be the very last thing until you get to the previous version. You click on assets, and if you look at the assets, you will see Betaflight configurator 10.7.0 preview _Android APK. You tap on that, it'll download the APK to your cell phone. You'll get a notification that the APK is downloaded. Tap on that notification, it will install. It'll ask you if you want to install the app. You say yes, and the app will be on your cell phone. The first time you use the app and you plug in the USB cable, it'll open up a window and say, which app do you want to run an app automatically when you plug this device in? You pick the app and say, always run this, and voila, you're done. So after that, yes.
Mihop hit it right on the head. This is I was looking for the differences between Speedy Bee. I think Mihop just nailed it. He says you can do CLI commands as well, which I believe Speedy Bee does not allow CLI command.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this does have CLI. It does have CLI commands. I tried it out and it works. You can do anything with this except update firmware on your quad at this point. Okay, which is something you're probably not going to want to do at the flying field. I don't think.
Right. Well, I mean, it was more designed just for simple alterations while in the field.
Well, the nice thing about this, again, is you can check something at a CLI. I didn't know that Speedy Bee did not allow you to do that.
I don't remember Speedy Bee allowing it. Speedy Bee was just for making like easy checks on your, OSD and
yeah.
You could do a little PID and rate adjustment, but nothing major. It was lacking severely, so I guess I'm glad Betaflight really pushed that out. That, and it would disconnect quite often. It had a high failure rate for disconnect.
Oh, okay.
Things.
I had it. I've had it. I bought this cable on Amazon. It's a heavy duty. You know how it's braided, cloth braided cable. It's a rugged thing, and not once did I ever make any changes while I was out flying. But it's nice to know that that you can, and I thought that that might be interesting to you, for you guys. At any rate, it's very simple to find if it's only for Android. But again, just do a Google search on Betaflight Configurator. It'll take you right to GitHub. Go all the way down to the bottom of the first version, and you'll see a thing that says Assets. Click on Assets. Under that, you'll see all the firmware. Download the APK for this Android configurator, and then after it's downloaded, you just tap on it, and it'll ask if you want to install it. You install it, and you're in business. It took like 2 minutes, and it was
Do they have
up and running and working.
iPhones? I'm sure somebody.
What's that?
Do they have it available for an iPhone?
No,
Okay.
not yet. I don't know if they will either.
It's open source, you people. Stop it.
Not yet.
Well, they don't have an IP. They don't have an app for iPhone available on the hub, and so
And I
far,
don't
all
think
I've-
they ever will.
Yeah, probably not.
Someday
And Mars,
we'll get you
Mars
guys
says he
understand that
installed it. Tablet next. Yeah, you got it to work that quick, Mars. Yeah, it's pretty neat. You'll be showing it off to all the guys out at the field. You plug your drone in and screw up. It'll allow you to screw up virtually every setting without realizing it, and then you'll blame me.
Yeah. Passing the buck.
Yeah. So
I guess Mel wants to fly Velocidrone, but if anybody wants to play liftoff, let me know.
I don't have liftoff.
I'll show off my skills to you guys later. You can search in from Play Store and find it easy also. Does the Play Store have it?
Do they have it in Play Store?
I was wondering that.
I didn't think they did. Let me just for fun. I know they have the Speedy Bee app in the Play Store, but I didn't see where they had this.
Did I hear you lost the prop on your Tinyhawk?
I lost 2 props, but I found them.
Oh, but you had replacements, right? They gave you 4.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you put them on correctly, Art?
I was going to say, did you find it?
When I lost the 1 prop, I did, and then the last time I crashed was when the 2 props came off, and they were both on the same side. So,
But were you able to put them back on? Okay.
not yet. I will.
Just so you know, it's tricky. You got to match up the little.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. I lost them before, and I put them back on. I know how to do it.
I see the Speedy Bee app in the Play Store, but I don't see the new one.
Let me see here.
I see Speedy Bee. If you type in, you actually get a search answer that says Betaflight Configurator for Android, but when you click on that, that app doesn't show up anywhere. So I can't imagine that would have been approved in the Play Store, since it's not. It's only a release candidate app. It's not the the final, ready for primetime version.
Sorry to hear about that, Nathaniel Lee.
Mel is.
All right, so Night Train, I've got Betaflight CLI, which has 4.8, and then I have, but that's if you type in RunCam, Betaflight RunCam, then it gives you the CLI.
Okay, Mel wants me to see if I find a session, so I'm gonna log back in. I'm gonna log back in here, and we're gonna go over there, and let's see what I find.
All right, I'm going to mute myself and play.
Yeah, it's the
Multiplayer.
final countdown.
Select model. The only session I see is the one that I put my name on the last time, Mel.
Huh?
Room called 400 AGL.
Mm-hmm.
No,
The plot thickens.
I don't know, Mel. I think I'm gonna have to read up on how to do this multiplayer stuff, but I don't see it. So Art, why don't we?
Yeah, I was just about ready to say, let's go see if my
Let's go see
thing
if
is charged.
your thing. Mel says he'd be back. Okay, Mel, let me know when you want to come back in. Just
we'll be right back.
just come on back in, and we'll.
Yeah, Art, let's have a look at your thing. You said it, Mitch.
You got a one-way mind, like most men, I guess. Me too.
Well, you gave me the perfect setup. When people do that, I have to run with it.
I guess when we put it out there, you got to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So Night Train put a link in here to the Google Play Store. No, that's the Speedy Bee app, Mike. That's not the it's not the one from not the one from the Betaflight devs. That's the one that I found in the Play Store. Yeah, you have to actually go download the APK and sideload it, which is really easy to do. Mitch, here's a video. Drone Shots sent me that. So let's see what Jody sent me here. Video unavailable, it says.
Oh yeah.
That was.
Oh, it tasted like steak, bro. I told you I had steak. That was good. Black Angus steak.
Rick Halber says to check with Mark Centroid. He does the. Yeah, I know a lot of those people do that multiplayer stuff. I've just never done it. The only time I ever did it, Mel was the guy that set it up, and I just went in there and opened it up, and there was a session. Now I don't know. Maybe it's a firewall issue. Carlos, you're sending me a screen share. What do you? Oh, you're sending me the.
Quiet until you figure out what you guys do. Check it out. I'm working on my what do they call these power loops.
I can hardly hear you, Carlos.
Working on power loops.
Oh, okay.
Why do you sound like a robot?
I don't know.
Because I have the.
He's
oh, that's what I hear. It's
he's overtaxing his computer. He's flying this.
Let me show you gaps.
Holy crap!
Bang.
All right, next one I'll show you gaps.
All right. That never fails, does it, Carlos? You know, never fails. So let's. All right, one more time. You got one more chance here.
Come on, Carlos, do not be like Ed. Do not crash.
You know what, Adrian?
Here we go. Joystick. Okay.
Adrian, you'll have every right to say crap about my flying when I see you doing an FPV bird, okay?
All right, let's get back to the task at hand here, guys. Thank you, Carlos.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Art?
Yeah, I'm here.
Share your screen.
Alrighty, let's
and I'm gonna get rid of that. Well, I don't want to kick the guest. Carlos, shut down your if you would.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. We just there you go. Okay.
Okay.
And Art, share your screen with us if you can.
All right. There we go. All right. I'm going to hit play.
Okay.
Hey, Mitch, I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you want to bring Mel in and you want to go kick me out, go ahead and do that, sir.
Okay, he's not back in the green room yet. When he does, we'll talk. Right now, we got room, so hang in there.
Okay.
The heck?
And Art just we just lost your screen share. Art.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, I must have. Let me redo this.
Paulie, take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Take it easy, Paul.
Yeah,
Thanks
good
for
to see you,
stopping
Paul.
by, man.
Oh, drone bum is out.
Drone Bum's old, man. He gets up early too.
He's not old.
Art, I don't see your share.
Hold on. Don't get your panties in a bind.
Paul and drone bum. Oh, poor guy. Hey, this guy Drone Worship just posted a video.
No, I don't
He's afraid.
know.
Hey, Art.
Hold on, Carlos.
You look like you're about to fall back.
No, I'm trying to find what Velocidrome is. Oh, wait. What the heck happened?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Keeps bumping out every time I. Okay, let me reinitialize it.
Oh, what the hell did I just do?
Okay. We got launcher. Okay, Velocidrome. And what I'll do is, there we go. Oh, and
Contact.
Yes, Ed, I am, I guess, the oldest.
You
Which-
saw that chat pretty quick.
Which is why I picked the name, old guy.
But you don't look the oldest.
I know. He looks younger than my butt does.
All right, what's it? I have never seen this connecting screen before.
yeah, I have.
I'm gonna bail here, guys. I gotta go take care of something.
I think you should get some.
All right,
Good night, Dan.
all right.
Sorry, guys.
No, don't worry about it. Dan, thanks for coming in. Always good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Stay
Doodle.
cool. All right.
Keep smiling.
See you, Chris. Chris is out too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
here you
Now,
go.
what does the red
Unable
thing
to
say?
check updates. Don't care.
Just
No,
right.
what did the red thing say? You had an error message there.
Said, there we
Did you
go. Okay.
But I
See?
lost your. All right, I lost your screen share again.
Dang it. Hey.
You know what, Art? Before you share the screen, try to actually get into the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about doing.
Yeah. Why don't you do that? And I want to show you guys this little charger. If you haven't seen it, have any of you guys seen this new little Toolkit RC battery charger?
Didn't you show us? You showed us that.
I did, but I didn't show you how it worked or anything like that. Anyway, what I was going to do, and I'll take it over here. I just think it's a really cool little deal, and it's only about 65 bucks, I think. The only problem is you need a 12-volt supply for it. So you either have to use a big LiPo or have some kind of a 12-volt supply. It does not have, you can't plug it into the wall like you can with so many of these field chargers. But I happen to have a couple of 12-volt bench supplies, which supply more than enough current, or you can use a big hunkin' battery like this 5,000 milliamp if you're out in the field. Yeah, this is for my helicopters.
I bet that battery cost $1 or $2.
That's about 80 bucks, I think.
Well,
but at any rate,
up here.
You did what?
I'm locked up.
Well, why don't you get out, reboot your machine, and then come on back in when you get fired up again.
All right, will do.
Okay. At any rate, I'm going to plug this this big battery in here, and I don't know if the screen. Yeah, the screen shows up okay. And what I want to show you guys is something that I made that if anybody's interested, I'll either post a video or there are some videos on the internet already on how to make these things. But what this is a it's a cable that I made for charging single cell whoop batteries. Okay, and it has a 4S balance plug. So you plug this into any LiPo charger. You plug 4 drone single cell batteries, and it actually creates a 4-cell LiPo out of the 4 individual cells.
That's pretty ingenious.
And it allows you to fully charge them, but even more important, it allows you to storage charge them if you want, or do anything with them that you could do with a normal battery. So what I'm going to do, since this is a dual charger, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and show you how this works. For each battery, there's a balance thing up here and the main charge thing here. Negative is to the left, so I'm going to plug this in to there, and I'm going to plug this into here. And if you look at the screen, it's got 2 different sides, and if you press this button, it alternates back and forth and frames this one in blue and this one in yellow. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in on it, so maybe you can actually see that.
Yeah, we couldn't tell when it changed color.
Let me get that. All right, there you go. So when I press this button, if you look, you see the right side has a blue border around it. Now the left side has a yellow border.
Gotcha.
Okay, so anything you do, it happens to the side with the active side with the border around it. So what I want to do is first, let me run for a second and just get another LiPo battery, and I'll show you that first. Then I'll show you how it deals with the individual little batteries. I'll be right back. Chat amongst yourself, guys.
I don't think it would be HV and low voltage Mars at the same time, unless you do 2 separate channels, maybe.
So, Carlos, I got a question for you, buddy.
With a wireless mic, so you can hear me.
What's
but,
up?
I'm sorry, Mitch is back. I'm sorry, never mind.
All right.
Ask him a minute.
Mitch, can you hear me? Mitch. All right, let's talk about him.
Okay.
Connect regular power supply to that.
Pardon me?
That supply.
I didn't hear you.
Now, Mitch?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but
okay,
not real loud. Okay.
One is, will it do 1S high voltage 4.2, Mitch?
It'll do, I'm going to show you what it'll do. I'm going to go over the different batteries and different settings, and it'll charge anything. It'll charge. Carlos, you're really coming through garbled, man.
Really? I don't know why. All right, never mind. There's a question by Night Train. Read the chat. Night Train.
Can you connect regular power supply? Yeah. Just like some of these little chargers that you get for the single things. It's just got an XT60 in the back, and you just plug either a 12-volt power supply in there or any LiPo up to 6S or 7S or even 8. I think it's even up to 8S, but for field charging, you could use a big LiPo, or you could plug, get the right wire with an XT60 and clip it to your leads of your car battery, or use any kind of a 12-volt bench power supply as long as it puts out enough current, because this little puppy is a 500-watt charger, which is incredible. It'll actually charge these batteries, 2 of them at 5 amps each, and still have power to spare, as long as you have a big enough power supply on it. And it doesn't even get that hot. It's got fans built in. It's very small. You can see by the size of my hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little 3S 1550 and plug it in. So show you how the settings work on this. Let's see. Black goes this way. There we go. And this goes in here. Okay, so this is on this side, on the blue side. So I hit the button, so that's lit. I press this once here. I've got awful glare from that light on this thing. I can hardly. There we go. What it's telling me, if you can see, it's already showing me right here the voltage of each of the cells, 3.84, 3.84, and 3.84. And you have different screens that you can see by rotating this knob. One of them says standby, the other shows you the cell voltage. When you press this in, it has presets that you can set up for the batteries that you charge the most. But you can change any of these settings. I have one here that says 1.5 amp LiPo AT charge, which means AT is automatic cell count. So let's just work with that one. This is the screen you get. You have your battery type up here, and the choices in battery type are LiPo, lithium high voltage, lithium ferrite, lithium ion, nickel metal hydride, lead acid, power, meaning you could just set an output voltage and use it as a power supply, and UAV bat, I don't know what the hell that means, but this happens to be a LiPo. Then I leave the cell count set to auto, but you can manually select the number of cells from 1S to 6S if you want. There's 3 different modes. You have charge, discharge, and storage charge. Okay, and in each of these modes, you tell it what the desired output voltage would be. So I want to charge this. The desired voltage is 4.2, and I can change that. It only lets you go as high as 4.25 on a standard LiPo. And the charge current. And in this case, I want this to be, if I want to charge it at 1C, 1.5 amps. So that's it. Then I just go down here, click on Start. Okay, and it starts charging. Now while it's charging, it tells me it's charging 17.5 watts, 1.5 amps. There's the battery voltage, 11.61. It's shooting for 4.2 volts at 1.5 amps. And if I turn this knob, it shows me each of the cells, and these little things light up flashing. See them? As it's balancing. And I've had a lot of balanced chargers in my time, but I have never had one that balances cells more accurately than this thing does. It is
that looks pretty cool.
Right on the money. Right now, they're equal to the thousandth of a volt. It's got them all exactly the same. And it's absolutely incredible. And then the third click tells you your cell resistance, which is very important. So this is telling me I got 8 milliohms, 9 milliohms, and 8 milliohms. And that'll tell you real quick if you got a bad cell. If you have 2 cells that are 8 milliohms and one of them that's 30, you know why your battery isn't doing well. So this will show you the voltages, the cell resistance, and the overall charging stats while it's charging the individual cell. So if I take some of these LiPo packs, so let me get 4 of the same packs. I got 4 of the 650. Here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. I got 4, I'm going to get 4 of these 650 packs. Okay. Now, as I plug, interestingly enough, as I plug these things in, and I'm going to plug them in one at a time to these little leads here. So I'll show you the first one. Hello? I'll plug that in. And I'm going to zoom back in here again because this is cool. It wasn't even the first battery. It happened to be the third one in this balance plug, but it's showing me that that battery is 4.037 volts. Okay? See it? See it right there?
Yep.
Okay. So now I'm going to plug in the rest of the battery. And as I plug them in, you'll actually see the individual cell voltages come up. This one is 4.025. This one is 4.03. And the reason it's around 4 volts is because that's the storage voltage for a lithium high voltage battery, is 4 volts a cell. The storage voltage for a regular, like the 4.2 volt LiPos, is 3.85. So I had put these batteries on storage with this charger, and they're still within a hundredth of a volt, or a couple hundredths of a volt, at 4 point so many volts per cell. Now the charger is looking at this as if it were a 4S 1650, a 650 milliamp LiPo. It's taken these 4 cells and wired, and in this cable that I made, it's actually wiring them the same way they'd be wired up in a battery. See? So now I have 4 cells in here. I can click this button once to take me over to the yellow side. I can hit enter. I can pick a battery type here that says lithium high voltage. See? Number of cells it'll figure out that's 4. Where it says charge mode, I want to charge these up. So I'll click set it to charge. 4.35 is the target voltage for a HV. And I'm going to charge them at 600 milliamps, which is pretty much the size of the battery. Go down here and hit start. And now it's charging these 4 cells as if they were a single 4S LiPo battery, but it's balancing each of the individual batteries to be exactly the same. And when it's done, I'll have 4 batteries that are charged to exactly 4.35 each. Now the cool thing is, if one of these batteries happened to, if these voltages were all over the place, for example, I just got done flying these 4 batteries, so the voltages are everywhere, it doesn't matter. They can be widespread. This thing, by the time it's done charging, all of those voltages will be balanced and they'll all be exactly the same. It will not overcharge any single cell. Does the same thing with lithium ion packs. I charged a lithium ion pack in my goggles with a little adapter the same way. It makes it look like a 2S lithium ion pack, and it balances the 2 lithium cells. And it works great. It works absolutely great, and it's cheap. It runs cool. It's got a fan in it if it gets to a certain point, and it beeps loud when it's done. It's a neat little deal. I'm really impressed with it. So
it even gives you a status bar. That's pretty cool. I mean, I could see the status bar going across too.
Oh, yeah, the little this little blue and yellow status bar.
Yeah.
And if I go over here, it'll show me the voltages. It'll show me the internal resistance. Now these cells have because they're a much smaller battery, has a much higher internal resistance, but you can still check 56, 58, 55, 55. So these things are all still pretty good batteries, but I can pretty well guess that if I put a real puffer in here, the internal resistance would be way up there, because that's what happens when batteries go bad. The internal resistance starts to suck. And then I can look at the number of voltages, individual cells, you can see how they're charging. If I click over to here, I can change that screen to show me all the individual voltages. So it really has tremendous software in here that monitors each cell, monitors the resistance of the cell, adjusts all the different charging voltages for each individual cell to optimize it and make sure that they all match. And when you're done with this thing, you have a battery where every cell is absolutely charged to the same level. which a lot of so-called balance chargers that I've had don't do. They might get close, but a lot of times there's one stubborn cell that just doesn't want to come up with the rest of them. This thing will concentrate on that one cell to make sure it gets up with the rest of the boys, and does the best job I've ever seen for a $65 charger. Now, everybody's got these things. It's the Toolkit. What the hell's the model number? M6D race day quads. I put a link to Amazon that sells them for like $65 or $69 or something. But I don't know. You might be able to get them cheaper with race day quad. But it's a Toolkit RC M6D, and they have some older chargers. Don't get the older ones. They weren't nearly as good as this. So there you go. That I'm going to leave those batteries charge up so I can go flying tomorrow.
Mitch, you don't let the batteries sit before you charge them, so they can kind of equalize.
Well, these batteries that I'm charging now have not been charged for days. I mean, I didn't just fly them.
Sit the four together for a few minutes, or like 10 or 15 minutes, and then charge, or no?
Yeah, it never hurts to let a battery sit and cool down a little bit after you've flown it, especially one that you've flown hard.
I don't mean it that way. I mean the 4 batteries that you plugged in, they might be off just a little bit. You let them sit there so they equalize. And
no, that's what the charger does, Carlos.
Okay, I heard they let it sit in the board.
Well, if you have a battery charger that doesn't do a real good job of,
yeah, I'm back.
You're back. Mel's back. Everybody's back.
Guess what?
If you have a battery charger that doesn't do a real good job of balancing the cells, yeah, you might want to do that. But you can plug anything into this. You can plug a battery with 1 half dead cell and 3 fully charged cells, and it'll figure out what it needs to do. When you're all done, you're going to have 4 fully charged cells and no overcharged cells. It's incredible. The software in this is the best I've seen. I've had a lot of chargers in my life, but never one that balances one as smart as this stupid little thing. And I don't have any stock in the company either, so I'm just saying that because
power source. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
You what?
You need a power source. You need to buy an extra power source on top of the charger.
Well, yeah, I guess you need something that's going to put out a few amps. You need a pretty healthy. Now, just about every charger I ever had in the RC hobby either had alligator clips on it. Remember them, Mel, that you just hooked up to your car battery? Or we all had little motorcycle batteries, 12-volt batteries we used to carry around to run the chargers off of. None of the chargers ever had AC power supplies because
not on the field.
You were always charging this stuff at the field. You know, you'd go out to fly, you had a couple batteries, you fly one, charge the other. So yeah, but you can make a cable with an XT60 on one end and hook it to anything up to 30 volts. You can hook it to 24-volt batteries.
Right.
Anything.
Field charger.
It's designed to be a field charger, but I use it at home because I have a bench supply, a couple of them that you plug into the wall, and it has 2 banana clips that come out of it, and it's 12 volts. You know, and then I have a cable that goes from that. Just like the little charger that comes with the you get for the whoops. It has like 6 sockets in it.
Yeah.
And it has a little XT60 you plug into 12 volts. So Mel, what'd you find out?
Well, I closed out all the YouTube stuff, and I opened Velocidrone and started a session, and was trying to figure out how I could add your name to my friends list. And some dude popped into my session and started flying his drone around.
Well, that's really cool.
So we visited for a few minutes.
Yeah.
The room name was 400 AGL. And right now I'm trying to open Velocidrone again. I've been having trouble with it tonight. It keeps locking up.
Yeah, same here.
Art's having the same trouble.
Having problems with the USB because it wouldn't recognize my controller. And I'm like, really? Windows did another update or something?
No, I'm wondering if it doesn't have something to do with trying to run StreamYards at the same time.
Ooh.
Now, see, that may be because, when I did it before, I was running BMix, and I brought you in and I shared it on BMix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Trying to share it, and it kept bumping me back out. And then it locked up, and then I had to.
Maybe we can't be. We just can't be running StreamYard.
Yeah, we
That
just
might be
can't
what's
do
cool.
it.
You know what we'll have to do, Mel, is maybe tomorrow night or something when we get some time when you're home from work. Call me on the phone, and
Okay.
we'll see if we can't. You too, Art. We'll see if we can't get it working without
Well,
being logged into
Yeah,
the
what
internet.
do is
What I'm gonna do, Mitch, because when I closed out the StreamYard and the YouTube video, all that stuff, it worked just fine. I created a session and a guy came in.
Huh.
So I'm gonna do that again.
You can make it a session possibly.
I'm gonna close all this stuff, the YouTube, the StreamYards, everything.
Right.
And I'm gonna make one that's a room name called 400 AGL.
Mel, can you make it a private room and then send invites? Does it give you that option? It does in
Well, I imagine it does, but I got to figure out how I did it last time, because last time Mitch was able to just join.
Yeah, but I don't think we were on a live stream at the time, were we?
Yeah, we were. I was streaming live. Yes, absolutely.
Was I on StreamYards, or was that back in the day when we had Google Hangouts?
No, I was streaming with VMix.
But I thought it was my stream when we did that. Was it your stream? Oh,
It was
your
mine.
stream.
You joined.
Okay.
You joined my Velocidrone, and I was
okay.
streaming it.
Okay.
So I'm going to close StreamYards, and I'm going to close YouTube. I'm going to open Velocidrone, and I'm going to set up a multiplayer session, and I'll name the room 400 AGL again. And then if you can find it, if you join, then I can add you as a friend.
Okay, I will wait about 5 minutes and try it.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
See you in a bit.
All right.
If it doesn't work in 10 minutes, I'll come back here.
Okay.
Okay.
And meanwhile, I will get my radio turned on and ready to go and plugged in.
Well, I gotta give this a good charge, because when I turned it off to see if it would fix the problem I was having, then I went to turn it on, and it wouldn't turn on. So it
Wouldn't
needs
turn
to-
on. Well, let it charge
half
itself
hour.
up. Let it charge up. It takes all day. I mean, it's a 4-6 hour charge, and it shuts itself off when it's fully charged. But I wouldn't go to bed with it charging. I would do it when you're around.
Oh, okay.
That's just. I don't think anything's going to happen. But if it doesn't shut itself off and you overcharge it and it get hot, you set your house on fire. So.
We
It's a
don't need
long
that.
shot, but I mean, I charge my cell phone up overnight when I go to sleep, but that's the
Yeah.
only thing I charge. Certainly
Well,
not
charged
drone
up
batteries.
the Tenergy batteries. I just put them in and leave them alone, and then when I need them, I just pull them out and put them in my LED panel.
Living life on the edge.
Yeah.
Lipo batteries, man, never charge them unattended. Guys have burned their houses down with those things.
Oh,
You
I've
never
heard
know.
about that.
You
Yep.
never, yeah, but I mean, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
And
You have a fire in the house?
yeah, just either that or get a lipo bag. I have a lipo bag if I'm not going to be.
I
on the
fell
sa-
asleep with lipos charging last night.
Yeah, and chances are the charger will shut off. But if that battery starts to overcharge, the charger doesn't shut off, or something goes wrong, it's gonna explode. And those things aren't pretty when they burn. I've seen them burn.
I've seen a couple go off too.
I've seen them burn up some pretty expensive model airplanes, and there's no putting them out when they start burning either. They go off like Roman candles.
Don't keep those in your car.
No, don't keep them in a hot car. No,
That's dangerous.
No.
You have to decide.
And what you need to do is make sure when you're charging them, you're somewhere nearby,
Right.
So you can smell or see flames or smoke. Oh yeah. So lipos are nothing to fool with. They say we need a 12-year-old to help us with this stuff. Well, there's a lot of truth to that, because us old guys are not.
It's been a long time since any of us have seen 12, that's for sure. Even
Yeah.
Adrian. Adrian's a baby again.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go into. I want to go into.
Okay,
Hey,
Into
there's
this
nothing
here
wrong with being a baby, man.
I never said it was.
and see if I can see Mel anywhere in this thing. I don't see anything yet that says
Multiplayer or invites or game friend requests.
U.S. friends. I don't. Oh, there's friends.
Well, I don't
friends.
think he's able to make you a friend until you join one of his Wi-Fi. So
No, that's not true.
Well, I'm looking for it. It says wait for refresh. So
You can
is there
make a friend before you invite somebody.
is
there
there
should be
America?
a lobby. There should be a lobby somewhere.
Well, I don't see any sessions, and it says wait for refresh. So I don't know how you refresh this, or if it's supposed to refresh automatically. But
I'm horrible about battery safety, by the way. I have lipos laying everywhere.
There's no multiplayer lobby, Mitch.
no, not here. There is, but there's nothing in it, and it says wait for refresh, which means it's not. It might be a firewall issue or a conflict with some of the other software that I got running that is not finding the internet.
That being said, Mitch, there's nothing to say because Mitch was having problems too. So was Art. Maybe there's something wrong with the Velocidrome server.
No, because when Mel tried it a few minutes ago, somebody found his thing and started playing with him.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So how did that other guy find him then?
Because
well, evidently Mel was not running. Mel was not running any of the YouTube stuff or the StreamYard stuff. So his version of Velocidrome evidently was communicating okay with the server. But it may be that whatever port that thing is using to get through the firewall might be tied up with StreamYard or something else and not allowing Velocidrome to connect with the outside world to do multiplayers, which means now I know that some of the people are doing live streams with multiplayers, but I don't know how they're doing that.
I've done it on
Skype. What's that?
I've done it on Skype with Rule and Drone TV, and he's brought me into through Skype into Liftoff and playing together.
Well, let me try it one more time.
See ya, Yowie P51. P51 is a very cool plane, by the way.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Take care, my friend. Thanks for coming in. If all goes well, we can set up my T18 next week, and then we can get rid of the T16. Yes, sir, Rick. You just let me know whenever you're ready, and hopefully we'll have more luck doing that than we are with this nonsense here tonight. And I'm still getting this thing says wait for refresh right here.
Ready to see you fly, Rick. We want to see you fly.
Yes, we do.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
I'm about to go ahead and call it a night, so because I have to wake up real early for work.
All right, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you, Adrian.
Take it easy, Adrian.
Yeah, see you, Adrian.
Take care.
I love some gator tail.
So we.
So there's no multiplayer option there, Mitch.
There is, but the place where the people that are playing, you didn't click on a quad. Yeah, I did. I did, Mars. Let me show you again here.
Oh, that's the thing I wanted to ask you about was how to pick a quad to fly.
Just pick one called Little Bastard.
Little Bastard. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Mars, I get here to get Velocidrome open. I click on multiplayer. It says select a quad. So I got Little Bastard here. I select the model. Takes me to the room here, where I'm supposed to see a list of people that are playing.
How about just
and it says wait for refresh, which means the software is supposed to go out to their servers or whatever and refresh itself, and it's not doing it.
So
It's
there's
just
no
sitting there.
player option where you can join somebody else's room.
Carlos, you're missing what I'm saying. There's
must-
supposed to be a whole list of them here.
Oh, that's where the page is for that?
Right. But it's saying no sessions, wait for refresh. So basically, this thing has to, when you first go into this room, it has to say, okay, I'm in the room, show me who's out there. And Mars says it's a software glitch. However, Mars, when Mel had the same software glitch until he closed StreamYards and YouTube. And then all of a sudden,
Yep.
he didn't have the software glitch.
Yep.
Now that noise you hear is my charger telling me that the battery's done.
Oh, I thought that was my charger for a minute.
So let's go over here, and it says charge 1's completed, and that means that my 4 little drone batteries are complete. So let's click OK, and let's look here at and they're all 4.333, 332, 334, and 332. So they're all within thousandths of a volt of each other. And these 4 batteries are now all charged up. Now, if I decide, for example, I'm not going to fly these 4 batteries tonight, and I want to put them on storage charge, I will now go here and pick my high voltage thing, and down here, instead of charge, I'll say storage charge, and the voltage gives me anywhere from 3.9 to 4.1, with 4 being in the middle, which is the correct amount for a high voltage battery. So I'll select 4 volts. I'll go down here and click start. Okay, now what it's going to do, you see it's minus 6.6 amps. It's going to take these batteries down to storage for me, which should make these batteries last a hell of a lot longer than leaving them sit fully charged a lot. So if you don't plan to use them in the next day or so, with this little charger I can, and that's one of the problems with all these little LiPo chargers, these little single cell chargers that you get with the little drones, is none of them allow you to storage charge anything. So you end up flying your drone, you discharge your battery way down, too low, because you should have landed it and you didn't. And then the battery sits at that really low state until the next time you charge it up fully. And they go to hell. They just ruin themselves. Whereas with this thing, after you're done flying, if you're not going to fly them, with this little cable that I made, I can put them in there, and the only downside is you have to do 4 at a time because it needs to see the complete 4-cell pack, since the main wires, the big wires, actually have to go across the highest point and the lowest point of the 4 cells. So I do these things in batches of 4. And so now I'm going to take them back to storage because I'm probably not going to fly those little batteries tomorrow. But that's how I do it, and works pretty good. And what I want to, this is not a complicated thing to make, but I'll draw up a little wiring diagram for it. And anybody that cares to make one, you gotta have a soldering iron, and you gotta be able to get some of these different connectors. And this connector for the balance lead side came off of an old. Whenever I throw LiPos away, I always cut the leads off of them, discharge them fully, and cut the leads off. So I save those old balance leads from 3-cell, 4-cell, 6-cell,
Right.
And that's where I got this. That's where I got this. This lead right here came off a LiPo battery from way back. And then this is just an XT60 lead. And then I think you can actually buy these things. I'll have to see if I can find out where you can buy a cable like this. These little JST connectors just came out of that kit that I bought that has all these different JST connectors in it. and soldered them up. So you gotta, you gotta have little workshop skills to build something like that. But
Yeah.
I'll see if we can't find some place to buy it because it really is a handy deal. And how's my other battery coming? My other battery is almost fully charged. Each cell says 4.2 volts, but I think it's just conditioning them, or it does something where it puts in the current keeps reducing, and it puts in the maximum charge without going over the voltage that you specified. So does a hell of a good job. So there we go. We didn't get very far with Velocidrone tonight.
No.
And evidently, I'm not going to have much luck with Mel until I get out of this. And it's going to be interesting to see after I get out of StreamYards with all this other stuff I'm running. I'm going to try it one more time.
Okay.
But I have a funny feeling that I'm not going to see it. Okay, there goes my other battery. Is done now.
There you go.
It beeps
Either
once.
that or your laundry's done.
It beeps once when it says fast charge done, and then you can leave it. You can still leave it set, or you can press the button, and it says stop. Which one am I on? Am I on the blue one or the yellow one? The blue one. You can hit stop, and it'll stop charging. So this battery is now fully charged, and these batteries over here are now going into storage charge. So that works out pretty good. So let's go back into multiplayer here, and
oh, there we go.
And go into select model,
Model.
and it still says wait for refresh.
Yeah.
So I'm getting no list
Hang it
whatsoever.
out.
So this thing is evidently not communicating with any of their servers, and I have a funny feeling there's a conflict somewhere.
Yeah.
Nothing works like it's supposed to.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Art.
My back is stretched.
What's that?
Between your live stream and Ed's stream, my back is going nuts.
Okay, well, we're almost done anyway. It's getting to be 9:45, and
I'll work on getting the Velocidrone for next one, and maybe I'll join you guys. Right now, I'm still a lift-off kind of guy.
yeah. Well, I think we're probably. I know Mel had a short stream tonight. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess Mel is still listening, but right about 7:30, I've got this all set up here.
Right.
I'm ready to go live. I got my cameras all hooked into OBS. Everything's ready to go. I've got all my screens set up. I've got my audio panel all set perfectly, and I'm watching Mel's live stream. And I get an email, and he sends me a link to come in as a guest because nothing worked out for him. I guess he wanted to talk about RC airplanes, and I would love to have. Unfortunately, for me to have done that, I would have had to undo all the stuff I did to set up my own setup because if I tried to go into Mel's stream with his vMix, it wouldn't find any of my cameras because all of my cameras were already tied to OBS. So unless I closed out OBS and all that other stuff, rerouted all my audio stuff to the vMix feed. So I replied to him, I'd love to, but I'm all ready to go on my live stream. So then he looked and he saw my email. I could see it, and he said, well, and he apologized that nothing worked out. And meanwhile, it dawned on me I could run into my office next door on my other computer that has a webcam. You've seen me from there. Yep. Did I just lock up or something?
That's when you joined my show.
I think I just locked up.
Mel left the message.
Yeah, you did. You froze.
Just your video, Dig. I can still see you. We can still hear you. Oh well, there you go.
I froze up. What the hell happened? My camera. It must have been all that Velocidrone crap. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We're just. I know this is kind of a strange way to do it, but my whole video feed dropped, just killed itself. And so hang on a second. I'm probably going to go gray here.
Yeah.
And
Well, that tells
let me hang on.
The
hang on.
monkey was still moving around. Spanx was still
Yeah,
active.
it was my cameras that were screwed up. There we are.
There you go. You're moving now.
Yeah, and that's what
There
happens.
you go.
That's what happens. The cameras, if you interrupt, something happens and conflicts with the camera feed, it's
I
gone.
see.
And the only way to get it back into OBS is to shut down OBS. Now, my audio is going into StreamYards through a whole separate thing that's got nothing to do with OBS.
Yeah.
My mixer goes into this
Yeah.
thing here and into
Reason
this
I
channel, and
can't
then
do it.
this feeds into StreamYard. So even if my picture goes away, my audio is still going to work and I can still close the OBS app and still have audio. So Rick
Right.
Halber, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. 51 drones. Yeah, I know 51 drones was doing his live stream tonight. That's where half the people probably were, and more
Yeah.
power to him. Congratulations to him.
What happened?
Art, can you find the session? Mel, I can't. When I go into the multi session thing, Mel, all I get is a thing saying waiting for refresh, and it never refreshes. And I think that's because of all this other crap I have running. So I won't be able to tell you if I can find it, Mel, until I shut down all of this other stuff. So as soon as I go off the stream in a couple minutes here, I will go in and try to see if I can find it. And if I can't find it, I'm going to take the rest of the day off, and we'll have to figure out why.
Yeah.
My StreamYards will not ever show me any sessions. Theoretically, when I open it up and go into multiplayer, it should list every session that's there. But
Okay.
it's listing nothing. So yeah, go have a smoke, and we're going to end the stream here in a couple minutes, and
Okay. Sounds good. I'm
and
about
we'll
ready
do that.
to head out too anyway.
Yeah, time for you to go to bed. All right, Art. Well, thanks. Listen, buddy, thanks for coming in.
Thanks. I'll
Always.
be prepared next time.
Yeah, charge everything up,
Yeah, I'll have it all
and
charged
try
up.
and try to get your StreamYards, your Velocidrone to work too.
Right. Right.
Okay, and email me or text me or whatever if if you're getting anywhere with it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks for having me. Good to
Okay,
see
Art.
you, Carlos and Ed and all the guys in the chat. Mel, Rick, Robert. Take care, everybody. Good night.
See you, Art.
See you, Art. There he goes. Give him his fanfare. And guys, listen, I appreciate you coming in. Mars, thank you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. Joe Blaylock, good night. All you guys, Carlos and Ed, we had a ball today. That was a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
my ass is really sore from sitting in this stupid chair all day.
I know
In
the
front of the computer. I need to go out and take a walk or something. Have a late night
You
cigar.
were even sitting on your ass when you were flying today.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, my back is getting sore from just staying in one place. So at any rate, I'll catch you again, Ed. That was a lot of fun. Carlos, enjoyed having you. Thanks for coming in. I hope I showed you something that was worthwhile tonight.
it's
All
just-
right, well, you gotta give her an even 2 hours, Mitch. So you got like 30 seconds left.
Oh, I'm okay. Yeah. By the time I get done saying goodbye, yeah, it'll be 2 hours. I see the time. I see the timer. All right, buddy. Take
Ed,
care.
Mother from another mother. Be good.
Cool, Mike.
Take care, guys.
See everybody. It was awesome.
Thank you, guys. And of course, that just leaves me in a minute when Ed figures out how to get out of here. There he is. Okay. It's just me and the monkey. And thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. We got some stuff to work tonight. Some stuff didn't work. But all in all, a good time, and I'm charging batteries and nothing else. So, Mike, Night Train, thanks for coming in. Joe Blaylock, Mars, Mel, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to try that, and if it doesn't work, we'll deal with it tomorrow. Rick Halber, thanks for coming in, buddy. Robert Glazier, thank you. Who else did I miss here that's been here recently? Robert says I still got 19 people watching, so 20 people watching, so who are you? Drone Days, if you're still here, thanks for coming in, my friend. Yowie P51. I can't believe I still got 18, 20 people in here, and I can't figure out. Off-Axis FPV was here. Chris Hope was here. So whoever's still here, Adrian Matteo, thank you for coming in. Jody, Drone Pool, thanks for coming in as usual. And if I missed anybody else, I'm sorry, but I went back a ways, and it's all starting to blur in together. So with that, I will bring in some exit music. Did make it over the 2-hour mark. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for coming in, and I will now turn it over to my trusty sidekick, Spank the monkey, and we'll let Spank say goodnight. So I'll see you Thursday night, probably before then in some other chat room or live stream. So have a good night. Take the rest of the day off. Go play with your drones, and see you next time. Take it away, Spank.